Egypt at the beginning of Trump's term will face very severe economic pressures, possibly harsher than all the pressures it faced in the past 4 years. Trump is coming with a clear goal of ending Middle East conflicts at any cost, even at the expense of others. This means stopping the Russia-Ukraine war in exchange for Ukraine accepting the status quo. Russia's occupation of more than 15% of Ukrainian territory, with possibly some symbolic conditions on Russia in return. The war would end with Ukraine losing territory. If either party refuses, they will face economic sanctions that will break their back. The same scenario applies to the Gaza war and the Palestinian issue. You'll give Israel what it wants, relocate Gazans to Sinai, relocate West Bank residents to Jordan, and permanently settle the Palestinian issue. Similarly, whoever refuses will face harsh economic sanctions. Egypt is in a critical economic phase and also faces difficult challenges in all political files. So who are the allies that might stand with you? Saudi Arabia. They likely won't be able to do much, as it's clear Saudi Arabia will invest up to $1 trillion in America to manage its relationship with Trump. Additionally, they need to prepare militarily for Iran's potential announcement of possessing their first 3 nuclear weapons at any time. Saudi Arabia has stated they won't stand idle if Iran acquires nuclear weapons, and will seek to acquire them as soon as Iran announces this. It's likely Saudi Arabia has nearly acquired nuclear warheads or is ready to acquire them, likely from Pakistan. For Saudi Arabia to impose itself as a new member of the nuclear club, it needs good relations with America. UAE, considered the closest ally to support Egypt if it stumbles economically. But can they repeat a deal as huge as the Ras Al Hikma deal again? Will their support save the Egyptian economy and relieve pressure? Only God knows. It's not just the economic file that will be a crisis for Egypt, but also the water crisis and the Renaissance Dam. Trump, at the end of his term, indirectly shows support for Egypt's position against Ethiopia and implied Egypt had the right to destroy the dam when it was in its early construction phases. However, this position could change 180 degrees if Egypt refuses to accept Gaza residents in Sinai. All this could, God forbid, lead to an explosion in the Egyptian street because Egyptians have reached their most difficult economic phase in their history, with more than 50% of Egyptians below the poverty line. This percentage could increase significantly if Egypt faces new economic pressures.